What is good, everybody, and welcome back to the Go High Level Masterclass. If you've been following me for a while, by now you should know how to build websites, funnels, and powerful automations. But here's the question that I get every single day in my DMs. How do I actually get clients without spending money on ads? Let me be real with you guys. Building the website, easy part. Doing Go High Level, easy part. But actually getting clients with no ad budget is where most people fail. When I first started my agency, guys, I had no money for ad spend. I had to do manual cold outreach, no business connections, no big networks. I was working at Panda Express and I just had to get scrappy. But here's what I quickly discovered about organic client acquisition. It's not about having money, it's about having hustle, consistency, and providing value. Today, we're gonna go over proven organic client acquisition systems that only take time and effort. And these are the exact strategies that got me to my first 10 marketing clients in my marketing agency journey. So guys, once you're ready to start getting clients, ready to start outreaching, you watch the course, you learn the material, maybe you built a few websites, you did a few automations, you studied Facebook ads, whatever you are selling with your offer, now you can start outreaching. And the first group of people I recommend everyone to tap into is going to be your network, city, friends, family, and neighbors. With these group of people, guys, they already kind of know you. They're somewhat warm leads and they're willing to hear you out, willing to hear what you have to offer. They're not just gonna shut you down. They're not just gonna hang up on your face. If you see value that you can provide them, and they have a gap in their business, they don't have a website, they don't have reviews, they don't have a social media, whatever it is, find ways that you can provide value to your friends, family, and your network. And this is the best way to start building relationships, start building business relationships, a strong network, and getting your first few clients. And before I was even selling anything, doing any marketing, I was just making connections with other business owners, making connections, making new friends, genuine, real connections. I had all these guys on Facebook, so when I started my business, my marketing agency, I just started making content about my services, web design, marketing, Google reviews, the whole 9 yards, and all the people that I knew from my network, my family, my neighbors, my connections on my Facebook, they started to actually realize, okay, this young guy right here, he's actually trying to do marketing. He actually knows what he's talking about. Okay, let me hear him out. This is November 2024 when I first started my marketing agency, was just doing mainly websites. This is me March 6th. Once again, I went to a nice office to shoot content, took a picture, posted this to my Facebook. This allowed me to have a nice Facebook page. I was able to DM people that I knew, start conversations, and they gave me opportunities. And you don't even need to do Facebook with this, guys. You can easily just send a text message to a family member, a friend, a business owner that you know, send them an email, send them a Loom, send them a video, send them a screenshot of something that you built for them. Just provide value, start a conversation, see what they need help with, and they will most likely give you a shot, give you a chance. And this is how I got my first 5 clients, guys. Just people that I knew in my circle. I built websites for what, $100? Just quick little websites, nothing crazy. I just wanted the experience. I just wanted the connection, the business relationship. I wanted to start building my network, guys. And with these cheap websites that I was building for my network, my family members, they started to refer me, right? And that's how I started the domino effect. That's how I started the snowball effect with my clientele. But you must know what you're talking about. You must do your research, watch the courses, practice on websites, practice on marketing, practice with Go High Level. Whatever you are selling with your offer to your clients, right? You need to know what you're talking about before you just start outreaching. You don't want to make yourself look dumb. You don't want to make it seem like you don't know what you're talking about, because that's how you have a bad first impression. You need to make a great first impression, especially for your first few clients, because this is your test, right? This is your test to see if you're actually going to take it serious, if you're professional, if you know what you're talking about, guys, because this is a business. You need to learn what the you're selling if you want to be successful and if you want to take it far. So outside of your inner circle, family, network, right, you can start going to Instagram and Facebook and start searching for business owners that are in your niche or in your target audience. So you can go to the Instagram Explorer page, Instagram search, Facebook Explorer, Facebook groups, the whole 9 yards. For example, on Instagram, I just type in real estate agents, and as you can see, a whole bunch of real estate agents show up right here. So if you're trying to do marketing, automations, websites for them, you can easily scroll down this entire list and find a shit ton of real estate agents. And here, guys, there's a lot of Facebook groups that you can search. For example, contractors and construction. Thousands of these Facebook groups of business owners that need marketing, need your services. And this is where I started, right? A lot of my first clients were in the construction and contractor niche because my family members own construction companies. So that's kind of what I started with. So if you look on here, just different cities, different states, construction work needed done. So there's obviously business owners in here posting their services. And if they're posting on Facebook groups, they most likely don't know how to actually do marketing, because real businesses do not, I mean, not real businesses, but businesses that know marketing, know how to get clients through social media, through websites and Google, they're not on Facebook groups, right? So businesses that are on Facebook groups are clearly stuck in 2010, and you can find these people, reach out to them through Facebook. So outside of social media, guys, the next would be business directories, right? So one where I found a lot of leads that didn't have websites or needed marketing was Yelp. All you need to do is type in your niche, for example, construction, type in any random city and start scrolling until you find business owners that look like they're lacking with marketing, lacking with their website, lacking with reviews, and that's how you can find potential leads. Next, and one of the most popular methods, and honestly one of the methods that doesn't really work as well in late 2025, is going to be the Google Maps method. A lot of people just like to search businesses on Google Maps and scroll, and obviously it's easy to see who does not have a website because the icon is not right there. Like I said, this method is kind of outdated. Lots of people on here already have websites, but you can still find business owners. Let's just say you're trying to do ads, let's just say you're trying to do automations, you can still reach out to business owners that already have websites. But if you're trying to sell websites, this is probably the harder ways to do it. You can still find business owners that don't have websites on Google Maps. This is what I used to do back beginning of 2025. I'm sure you can still do it, guys, because like I said, there's still businesses getting started every single day. So you can definitely still find clients on Google Maps. This is, like I said, one of the more popular methods. So it is going to be harder. And a lot of these business owners are getting cold calls every single day. Now, next, guys, this is something I've never done myself, but if we go to the BBB, Better Business Bureau, you can search for business categories and go to different cities and states and find contractors, for example, that are on the BBB. These are registered businesses that went through this process. A lot of them may not have marketing, a lot of them may not have websites. So this could be another way for you to find clients. Like I said, I've never tried this, but it could be an untapped method. Just the thing with these business directory, guys, these are like old-fashioned ways to list your business online. So just be cautious that there could be old businesses, old phone numbers, businesses that no longer exist. So just keep that in mind. And guys, I just wanted to mention these digital prospecting tools. I didn't use any of these when I was starting off because I was just doing it raw dog, just going in there, manually doing everything by hand. But there's obviously a lot of AI platforms and tools that can help you find prospects, help you find leads, help you find people in your niche that need your services. So if you want to screenshot this and research these lead generation platforms that can scrape leads or find your ideal target audience, give you phone numbers, give you emails, then look these up, dive into these. Guys, they may cost money, but guess what? It takes money to make money. So don't be scared to invest into these tools and platforms because they could most likely find you clients. So it's going to be a good return on investment. So now that we've found leads, we have a list of people that we want to reach out to. We need to go over the psychology of cold outreach because a lot of people are doing it wrong. A lot of people are just trying to immediately just sell on the first message, and that's not how you do it. As a business owner myself, when people come into my DMs and my messages and they're just immediately trying to sell me, I don't even open the message, I don't respond. But when people come into my DMs asking me questions, trying to provide value, I at least hear them out. So the first step in outreach is the pattern interrupt. You need to find ways to stand out from other people that are trying to sell to them, stand out from other pitches. Like I said, you need to start with a question, you need to start with a value instead of just trying to extract something from them. Next, we need to identify their pain. So we need to understand our client, understand what they're struggling with, and understand how our services are going to actually help them. We need to be selling them something that they're actually going to use and that they actually need. This could be automations to save them more time. This could be actually generating leads, bringing more customers to their phone, to their CRM. This could be helping them look more professional with a logo, website, and social media. You just need to understand what your client actually needs and how can you solve the problem. The third step, guys, you need to immediately be providing value. You need to give before you ask, right? These people don't want to hear you out. They're tired of getting sold to. They get 20 cold calls a day, 20 DMs a day. So you need to give before you ask. And this just goes down to what you're selling, right? Are you selling websites or ads, automations? Find ways to give them a sneak peek, give them a free trial, give them a little bit of value to get them interested, to get them to ask, all right, like what's the price or how can we move forward? Number 4 is gonna be create curiosity, right? You need to give them a little bit of value, show them something that, oh yeah, this is something that I need. Okay, let me respond to this person. Let me give them a chance. Let me hear them out because I've been struggling with X. So you need to make them want more. Don't drop everything on the first pitch. Don't drop everything on the first call or the first, conversation. Create curiosity so they actually show up to that sales call, actually show up to that Zoom call. Because if you guys have been trying to book appointments, trying to book sales calls, even myself, guys, I would book 10 appointments and the next day only one person would show up, right? So there was not enough curiosity, there's not enough value that he wanted to find out what was going on. So you need to make sure you're providing value, but also create curiosity. like, hey man, I have this secret method that's gonna bring you 1,000 more leads, whatever it is. Just create that curiosity so they actually need to understand what's going on and to see if it's a good fit for them. So I'm gonna give you the value first DM and SMS framework, right? First, it's gonna be a personal observation about their business, right? So you need to have more quality than quantity when it comes to your outreach, right? You don't just wanna send 1,000 copy and paste messages. They're gonna be less effective, they're not gonna hit as hard, and you're not gonna get any conversions. You want to make a personal observation. So even when you're cold calling or cold DMing, right? Look at their page, look at their past project. Hey man, that one project you did over there looked really, really good, man. Or hey man, I just saw your truck. Or hey, I just saw your sign out on your yard, man. That looked really, really good. Make a personal observation so it seems like, okay, this person actually cares about my business. They actually did some research. They did their due diligence. Let me actually hear them out, because this is someone that I actually potentially might work with, right? Who wants to work with someone that did no research about their business, that just wants to sell them, that just treats them as a dollar sign? So if you can just take 5 to 10 extra minutes, do a personal observation, look up their Google page, look up their social media, find their storefront, whatever it is about their business, this is gonna give you the upper hand when it comes to cold outreach. So after we make that first conversation personalized to their business, that first cold call personalized to them, we then need to call out a specific problem that we noticed about their business. Hey man, you know, I noticed that you had a website, but first of all, it's very outdated, and second of all, you have no Google reviews, man. What's going on with that? Or, hey man, I noticed you have a website, I noticed you have this, but how's the lead flow? Are you actually getting leads from your website? How's the projects coming along? Is it just referrals? Do you need maybe a new source of leads? So after we have that personal observation, we need to next find the specific problem that we noticed about their business, and this ties into our offer, this ties into the services that we are selling. If we're selling websites, okay, we notice that they have a very outdated website, we notice that their website isn't ranking high on Google, we notice that their website isn't actually bringing them phone calls or bringing them form submissions. Or if they already have a website, okay, what do their Google reviews look like? Or do they have automations in place? Or are they running ads right now in 2025? We just need to notice a specific problem on their Facebook or Instagram or Google page, website, whatever it is. Notice a specific problem and call that out, because it's gonna hit them in the heart. These business owners, they know their pain points, right? So if you call out like, hey man, you don't have a website, what the f, right? Your competitors are killing you right now, right? That's a specific problem that they know they have, but you just brought it to their attention. So after we made that personal observation, AKA we got their attention because we actually took the time to send a nice personalized message or a cold call, then we call out the problem. So now we have more of their attention because they're like, dude, this dude actually is calling out what I need or a gap in my business. Then we have a free solution that we can provide. This is providing value on the cold call, providing value on the cold DM. Yeah, man, I mean, I just completely built you out a homepage preview, right? Already done. I have your logo and your pictures here. When's a good time to jump on a quick Zoom call? It's not public right now, so I can't just send it over to you. Let's jump on a Zoom call. I can show you this homepage preview. Nothing for you to lose, right? So after we called out that problem, aka whatever we're trying to sell, we're gonna offer a free trial, a free preview, a free example, a little bit of curiosity to then actually want to jump on that sales call. But the best way to do it, guys, is asking for permission, right? A good script that a lot of my students use is, yeah, man, I mean, with your permission, of course, I want to take your logos and your pictures that you have on your social media and just make a quick homepage preview, no cost to you. I just want to show you what your business could look like online, right? So ask for permission. Like, is it cool if I do this? Is it cool if I show you this? Like, ask for permission. They'll tell you yes or whatever it might be, and they're more intrigued, they're interested, they gave you their consent. Now, here's an example, guys. I've never sent this myself, but it's a good example. Hey, Oscar, saw your work on Oak Street, man. That kitchen transformation was absolutely beautiful. Cool question though. Are you getting enough qualified lead from your website, or your customers just coming from referrals? Boom, that's a question, that's an open-ended question that they can respond to that actually gets them to think like, damn, you know, my website is actually not bringing me leads and I have been relying on referrals. Here's another one. Hey man, Joe bought your project yesterday, beautiful work. Quick question, man. When you Google kitchen remodeling in Houston, do you see your competitors ranking higher than you? Boom, right? Open-ended question, sparks their interest, grabs their attention, and grabs their pain. So guys, just some quick pointers when it comes to conversations, whether it's SMS, email, or cold calls. First of all, you want to sound natural. Try not to do the ChatGPT copy and paste. You want to have a question, right? At least one question. End it with a question mark so they have the obligation to answer that question. It's not just a statement or a compliment. You want to ask them a question, especially on the first point of contact, that first sentence you say or send via messages. Next, you want to make it about them. You need to reference something that just happened recently to them. Maybe you look at their Google reviews. Hey man, I saw Susan leave that really, really nice review, brother. That's great. It looks like you're doing some great customer service and some great projects. Next, you want to ask about their business. It's not about your services. You need to get them engaged and intrigued into the conversation. And you're not going to do that by pitching your services immediately. Next, you need to show genuine curiosity about their situation. This is very, very important. And this is what I do. This is what me and my business partners do. We show genuine connection. We actually want to connect with these business owners. We genuinely want to help them. We're genuinely interested in their services and their business owner to business owner. We understand how they feel. We understand what they're going through. We actually want to help them. We want to understand them. We want to hear them out. So just be genuine, right? Don't just treat them as a dollar sign. And obviously avoid mentioning what you do in the first message. Do not do this. You sound too salesy and they're not going to respond. Next, you want to create easy responses. Yes or no questions work great. I don't know is a perfect response. Avoid questions that take long explanations and make them curious to ask why. And sales guys, especially cold outreach and just sales in general, questions are amazing. Okay, look, I've been talking, I've been texting, I've been cold calling. I have some interested prospects. What do I do next, right? The next step is to send the Loom. Now, Diego, what is a Loom? Loom is just a screen recording platform where you can screen record, you can show your face as well, and you can presentate whatever you're trying to sell them. After they respond to your question, after they respond to your message or just show any curiosity, that's when you would send them the Loom. Some people send Looms when they don't respond yet or they left them on red or open. Now, this can waste your time, but if you have nothing else to do, then might as well just send Looms even if they haven't responded to you, even if they ignored you. And the scenario two, obviously, a touch point, right? If they haven't responded to you in a couple days, they liked your message, they didn't get back to you, or there's no response to the question, you just need to provide more value. You just need to find another way to grab their attention, and that's when you can just send them the Loom then. So I'm gonna show you guys a Loom example and a DM example that I have actually done. So here we have Clear Logic Pools. I think I sent him a few messages before I actually pitched him. I think I slid up on a couple of his stories, like just saying nice work. And then I went ahead and DM'd him. Good morning, brother. Followed you about a week ago. Noticed you had some really, really good work. With your permission, I can use your logos, your pictures to make you a free website homepage to show you what your company could look like and potentially bring you more traffic. And this is obviously Instagram DM. So I followed him about a week ago. I was liking some of his pictures. I think I actually dropped a few comments on his posts as well. And I slid up on some of his stories. So he was subconsciously already noticing me, right? So when I then sent this DM, he actually opened it and he said, hey, sure, man, website could definitely use some touching up, right? So I said, awesome, I'll send a video over later today with a quick audit on your current website, then a mock-up of a homepage. So boom, some great value, right? I said, hey man, I'm gonna show you what you're currently doing wrong with your website. And not only that, I'm actually gonna build you a homepage preview as well. So double the value. He liked the message, and then I got to work on the Loom. I sent him the Loom. Hey Zach, would love the feedback, love it or hate it, just let me know, right? Very chill, very cool. Hey man, good morning, Diego. When are you free to set up a call? I appreciate the time and effort you spent to create that example. I'm definitely interested in hearing the pricing, and this is the perfect way to do it. So I'm gonna show you guys the Loom that I went ahead and sent this business. Hello Zach, hello Clear Logic Pools. My name is Diego with Contractor Sync. I wanted to reach out, build you guys a free website preview. I came across y'all's Instagram. First things first, your work looks amazing. Your videos, your posts, everything looks really high quality. I could tell you spend a lot of money, time, and effort making this really like luxury, high quality, high end. I want to tell you, bro, you're crushing it. It looks really good. Keep doing what you're doing. Quality and content looks amazing. I just wanted to let you know right off the bat. I clicked on your website, man. A couple things I wanted to point out. It's just a bit hard to read. Visibility is a bit of an issue. No clear call to actions. And then also on your website, there's no individual service pages. You just have a page for services, which is good to keep it basic, but if you want to rank better on Google, you definitely want to have individual pages for pool maintenance, for renovations, for repairs. 3 different pages minimum, so you can actually rank higher on Google. Google likes to see more content, more information on these websites. The more you have, the higher they'll just rank you naturally. So came across your website, man. Doesn't look bad at all, but can definitely use some improvements to increase conversions. We build websites. We build websites for over 100 contractors across the United States. We are based in Houston, Texas. But when we build websites, we don't want it just to sit there and look pretty. We want it to be a high converting website, a sales driven website where people are getting phone calls. You're getting phone calls, form submissions, or chatbot, right? 3 different ways to capture these leads. And you're gonna get instant notifications with our new website that we're gonna build for y'all guys. Instant notification when a new lead comes in. Automations where they're getting a text message also. So everything's very streamlined. And like I said, the point of building this website is to make it a high converting sales driven website. So here's a quick preview of your website. Something I just quickly threw together. I definitely want to get all your pictures, all your photos, and make this even better. But just a quick rough draft. And right off the bat, as you can tell, visibility, you know, it's very much more clear. You have the form on the right, you have a phone number, call us right now on the left. Very clear call to actions. If someone's ready just to, you know, put their information, boom, right here, right now. Very clear. You know, the video right here on yours is just a bit too much, I think, and we can definitely still add videos as we scroll down, have your services. So we definitely want to change these to yours. So we're gonna have the pool maintenance, the pool cleaning, and then like the renovations, repairs, every service you have. Like I said, we're gonna have a dedicated page for that service, so people can click on these pages and go right here, learn more, to go to that individual page. A little bit about us. So that was an example of the first loom that I sent this business owner, right? I was auditing his first website, then I was showing him the home page preview. Now the funny thing is, with this business owner, after I sent that first loom, we actually got onto a sales call, but I let him slip away. Back then my sales skills were not as good, so I let him leave the call without putting a down payment, without putting it down a deposit. He told me he was gonna go to the office and take care of it. We all know that's fucking bullshit, right? But with that being said, I didn't give up. Right, I went ahead and sent him a follow-up loom. So I'm gonna show you what a follow-up loom looks like. Hey Zach, how you doing, man? First and foremost, hope you had a great week. I saw that Instagram post you made. First and foremost, dude, you're crushing it. High quality, professional, looks amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. But yeah, man, I mean, it's been about a week since we had that initial talk. The website is completely built out. Our team actually went ahead and started on the project right after that call. Service pages are completely finished. Got the quotes, the estimates, the AI chatbots ready to convert all your visitors into paying customers. Something that we both agree that your previous current website is not doing. So the sooner we get this up, the sooner you'll start ranking higher on Google and actually start converting more people. Summer's coming around the corner, man. So I do want to get this up and running for you. And then also help you with some more reviews, and then just a few things that you did want help. So the Google review funnel, we're gonna help you get some more reviews, you want more trust, want more jobs, and then also that onboarding form that you mentioned you needed help with, we can also build that for you, which will save you some more time. So we're ready to roll, man. Ball's ready to get rolling. If this is something that you maybe need to think about, something that you maybe don't want to move forward with, maybe something came up, completely understand, man. Business owner to business owner, things don't work out, things aren't a good fit, you know, that is what it is, and you know, we just walk away, and you know, all I'm asking is just communication. So if you could just let me know so our team can, you know, prioritize this or focus on other clients. But other than that, man, the website's completely done, ready to go. Everything else is ready to help you rank higher on Google, help you get more customers, and make you look more professional, man. Just shoot me a call or shoot me a text, man. We can go from there. So there you guys have it with the loom examples. The first loom was obviously a lot better. I don't know why my quality dropped. This one looks so much better. It sounded so much better than the second one. Funny thing, guys, I actually lost this client. I didn't actually sell this client. Maybe the second loom was not good enough. Maybe I didn't present myself well enough, or just my sales were just lacking. But the idea was really, really good and really, really greatly executed on my end as far as the sequence of sending the first loom, getting them on that sales call. You're supposed to close the deal on that first sales call, but obviously I didn't close them on that first sales call, and I sent them a follow-up message, a follow-up loom, just going over everything that we talked about on that call. I brought up the pain again, I brought up the value again, then I hit him with the call to action like, hey man, do I need to prioritize you, or do I prioritize other clients that are ready to move forward? Please let me know, thank you, right? So that is how you should be sending looms. That's how you should be doing follow-up looms. That's how you should be doing initial looms. But with these looms, you're obviously gonna have to show your face. So professionalism and appearance is very, very important. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this cold outreach video. Next video, we may dive into paid ads. This is something I mainly keep in my private one-on-one community, but who knows, enough comments and I'll do the paid ads on how to actually get clients on demand coming to you ready to roll. If you want to start selling websites, start doing marketing for local businesses, I have a lot of videos on my channel, and I also offer a 14-day free trial to Go High Level, which is the marketing platform that I use to build websites, build automations, run Facebook ads, and the whole 9 yards. So if you want that 2-week free trial, there's a link in the description. I'll give you my bonus templates, automations, and funnels all into your account. And also, if you want to learn how I got started with my marketing agency and how I scaled it past 20K per month, there's also a free training linked in the description. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Coach Melch, and I'll see y'all guys on the next one.